I'm gonna look up your Charlotte stats here.
Good evening, Internet. Coming to you from virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is the No Toad Racing League Monday Night ARCA. It's Cooper, along with the sexy Waltrip himself, Kyle Gretsch.
Hello there.
How are you tonight, Mr. Kyle?
I'm doing good. Drove 3 hours. I wasn't expecting to drive this morning, but I'm here.
We're not going to have a 3-hour race tonight on top of it, are we?
No, not one that I'm participating in.
I like the way you go with that. Practice is finishing up on our 1.5-mile quad oval at virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is the No Toad Racing League ARCA series, and I'm sure you heard the little wall squeak. We're going to have a lot of that. These, well, what do we call them? The wall magnet ARCA cars, and it's going to be a problem. It always is. That's kind of part of the fun of running here. It's Monday Night ARCA. We got 3.5 minutes left of practice. Go look on here. I'm not Johnny Benson, I think is going to be his new nickname. Jason Benson. Set the top speed so far. Tyler Merritt is all but tied with him. Guess who? Brugg sitting there in third. We got Al Corey sitting fourth. And we got Roy Hyde is sitting there in fifth. There's one of the Barton brothers. That one was John, I believe. Got the frontwards numbers. We got some nods on the screen right now. Let's check over here to Dustin, the Canada Dry. Yep, he's got his normal numbers on. So I'm gonna try and find John Barton. There he is, the 68. He's got them forward numbers with the ARCA car. I think we've decided makes all the difference in the world. Change the weight, helps that car turn better, and he's just faster for it.
Just a reminder going into this race, our point standings is Oliver Turton on top, 77 points. Dustin Barton, second place, 70 points. Roy Hyde, 1 point behind Dustin Barton at 59 points. Nice. Jason Benson, fourth place, 67. Al Corey, fifth, 62 points. And that is your top five.
And this is the start of the third race of the season. So tight points battle, which realistically won't get too spread out. We're running ovals. That's what the ARCA cars are here for, is running some ovals. So pretty well we've got a group of guys that are strong oval racers, and I expect the strong ones to stay at the top, but you get them different kinds of tracks, and that's going to bring different drivers, because we all know there's some tracks that just suit certain driving styles better than they do others.
And with this league being run by Johnny Brugg and Sid Kashishian, there will not be any road courses on the schedule.
Pretty much the way nature intended it. Down to the last minute of practice. And then, of course, qualifying. So before we hit the broadcast, Kyle and I were talking about the difficulties with Charlotte, and we both agreed that turn 3 seems to kind of be the trouble point, and a little bit of a mystery to us. But what was your theory with that, Kyle?
There's really no theory. It's just it's something that just doesn't align with how I like to drive. It's a very particular corner. It seems almost like in these cars you need to run about a lane off the bottom to kind of rotate around the whole corner. Getting to the bottom just really leads to just getting a really big push off, and running the high line just doesn't really help your time around here, and it really wears off the right side tires. So you need to really run that bottom middle groove here at make lap time.
And that also makes being side by side a little hairy.
Yeah, side by side, but as long as the inside car can keep it off the outside car, it should be mostly clean. But as you see here in pubbies and a lot of other races that go on here, it's not as easy as it seems.
This is absolutely right. Well, we'll see with the repay. I mean, guys, the iRacing scans and all that, so Atlanta's going to be different. But Charlotte and Atlanta are probably the two ovals that scare me more than anything. That double dogleg quad oval on the front, I can watch this and see that realistically you could probably go 4 cars wide, but for some reason in my head, next to somebody, I am convinced we're both going to wipe out, and I just can't do this. I cannot go side by side to that quad oval. Texas, for some reason, I can do it without problem.
New or old Texas?
The only Texas I actually acknowledge is old Texas. I actually, for broadcasting, I don't think I can say what I call the new Texas.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually kind of like the new Texas. I admit that it is terrible for the Indy cars, and the show it brings on in real life can be a drag at times. But I do kind of like the uniqueness of turn 1 and 2, at least in the iRacing standpoint.
Oh man, we could search the internet far and wide, and I don't know that we could find anybody to agree with you on that, though.
Probably the people who've won there in real life. You can probably ask Harrison Burton.
Oh, so we may have a issue already. Tyler Merritt is actually in the chat and said the wind knocked the internet out again. So we may be down a car to start the race. That, as they like to say, that is not ideal.
Since we're before the race, then I think it's a little bit easier to make a pick without knowing the qualifying times. Who do you pick for the race here, Brian?
Well, I'm cheating and I've got the timing and scoring in front of me, so I'll let you go first.
I'm going to omit the obvious pick here, and I think maybe you should omit the obvious pick here as well. But I want to go with Roy Hyde here.
Well, that was honestly where I was leading to. James is going to do him some burnouts in the grass. Okay, we were specifically told not to say him. I really, from the way he's going, that was a cool slide there from Michael. That is Officer Corrivu. He's a for real cop. Do not spit on his burger. Gosh, man, if you're gonna take, I really am not really opposed. Hattenbach was Robert Hattenbach was. He was solid in practice. I would not be surprised to see the 98 there, not by a long shot. So I'll take him. Plus he's got spiffy paint.
I'm just checking the we've added a special thread to our Discord for name pronunciations, because people like myself and others have difficult to pronounce last names. So I was just double checking that it is in fact Hattenbach, as is written.
Yep, and I'm still like 2 weeks into the stupid COVID, and shots or not, it's still everything's plugged up, and now I can't smell, and I talk poorly enough as it is, and it really is not helping my pronunciation. So half the stuff I say wrong is just me, and the other half is just I have no air moving through my head. So I apologize for anybody that I slaughter tonight. It's being aided a little bit. should be rolling here pretty quick. Still rolling up here. We're only got about 20 seconds left of qualifying. If we had longer, I'd pull Roy over here. I see he's over there in a chat. If we get cautions, I know Oliver had said that he was good with being pulled over in, so we may pull him in here. I have a feeling we will probably see cautions tonight, don't you?
Apologies, I was double checking something here. Heard something about cautions.
Oh, I said I'm sure we'll have them. Going through here, top 10, shocker, Johnny Brugg sitting on pole. Jason, don't call me Johnny, Benson, right outside row 2. Roy Hyde starting 3rd in that 305. Robert Hottenbach starting 4th. Got Sid Kashishian starting 5th. Thought about picking him just for the curse. And look at that, John the Nodge Crutchley starting 6th. Going in 7th, Oliver Turan. Al Corey starting 8th. Dustin Barton starting 9th. Nick Biddy starting 10th. John Barton. Barton brothers lining up on the inside lane starting 11th. Kenny Sutherland starting 12th. We'll wrap out the rest of the starters here, the 21-car field. We got David Johnson, Joe David. We then are looking at Nicholas Vignon, James Lawson, and Michael Corriveau is showing down with a couple cars I know are not starting. One of them is actually showing behind you, Kyle. So but he is okay. He's showing that he's going to grid. So that's kind of odd. But we're sitting here. We got an 80-degree day. Of course, we're not going to have any rain or anything like that. This is not how we do things when it comes to ovals. We don't race in circles in the rain.
Yet.
Well, yet. That's true. That's probably fair enough, I guess.
Just to correct you here, according to Nicholas, his last name is pronounced Vignani.
Oh, the 44. All right. That was Vignani?
That is how it has been spelt, VIG-NON-E.
Well, all right. And here I was trying to fancy it up, I guess. My apologies there, Nicholas. All right, we should be officially formation lapping. Get out of here. Everybody's starting to roll. Got 125 laps. These are roughly 40-second laps. So we'll be at this one for a little bit tonight, guys. I'll switch up here and watch them get everybody formed up. Got that weird has no brand pace car leading the field. Look at it out of your leader's car.
It's a Ford Camry.
I think you're actually right there. There's a bunch of hungry people back there that I'm sure would be all too happy to take the win tonight.
Looking through the field here, very superficial and important thing here. I'm really liking this paint scheme on Dustin Barton.
Oh yeah. We'll do a through the field here, but yeah, those numbers being chrome. John's been working on both a scheme for him and Dustin, and so now Dustin's running an alternate this week, and then they should come back with the matching ones here before too long. Off into turn 1, goes car 1. Roy Hyde's going to try and follow him underneath Benson, and he's going to think better of it and just fall back to 3rd for the time being. Brugg is going to go ahead and quickly try and check out. And there's Oliver, Sid, and the Nodge all hanging out together, completing the first lap. He was right through there. That little bend. From the car, that looks so narrow. Looks so narrow.
Yeah, Charlotte's one of the few tracks that has a shorter corner distance. It is a more compact racing surface.
And really, until the most recent body of the cars, Charlotte with these cars, the Gen 4 NASCARs, there was a lot of races that were really good for years. It's something with that new car. They just couldn't pass, couldn't run together as a group. It just really weird. Got a little wad of cars in the back here that just... Oh, two's in the wall. That's David Johnson. We're going to get her woed. We get her saved. Oh, boy. Oh, we're passing the ground. There goes Lawson. Oh, man. That's going to bring us out of caution. Take a look here at that. Yeah, so we got the wobbling up in front of us. James is coming down. Probably going to brake check it in the corner. Yep. Get slow down. Got a little help. So let's see.
Yeah, just one of those unfortunate little checkup situations there. Lawson checked up and Corey Vu did not. Got in the back of him and turned him in the outside wall.
Unfortunately. Oh, yeah, and he was off the gas, too. I mean, it's just... There's just nowhere to go.
So an interesting thing to note here for anybody watching at home is max fuel for this race is at 65%. I did some math, which was actually one of my strong suits in high school, believe it or not. Looks like we should be able to do about 28 laps, give or take a lap or two. We also have 3 sets of tires, so you could see some people pit here, probably just for fuel, but I don't think you're going to see anybody take tires this early.
Yeah, not with 5 laps on the board, and one of those now being a caution lap. But that, boy, trying to break that up. So I mean, we're going to go probably 4 stops is probably going to be best. So we're going to have one with fuel only. Do 3 sets and 3 stops. We're probably going to need a 4th, maybe a splash and go towards the end. Don't you think?
Yeah, tires don't really work with the fuel, but you could probably see some people, especially like Al Corey. The guy's an absolute monster when it comes to saving fuel. Be able to stretch that into a window that potentially would help him win the race.
Yeah, and the one thing that would really play into that is fairly well known. I would think most of everybody we see would know this. When you're not on the gas, you're getting better fuel mileage. You're saving gas. So the tires wearing out is going to slow them down, and as they slow down, they're going to be off throttle more going into the corners, which ultimately is gonna save them fuel. So I mean, it isn't absolutely crazy to think as Benson comes down into the pits. Not necessarily completely crazy anyway. I mean, it's possible. We got a few takers, but not very many.
Yeah, there's some crazy things you could do to save fuel, especially in these cars with how planted they are. Is you have the very simple thing of just rolling out of the gas. You have the other way of just like popping the clutch in and going into the corner, and then there's some people that are just have buttons mapped to just cut off the ignition and coast and then hit the starter, get the thing started up, and just kill the engine in the middle of the corner and not lose any time. So there's definitely different ways for people to save fuel, and some are more proficient as others. And the one I really like pointing out is just Al Corey just surprises me every time with just how much gas he's able to extract out of a car.
Yep. I know another one who does that. I won't out him, but I know another one because I didn't believe him when he said he was doing it, and then I watched couple of replays, and he sure was. He was turning off the car, rolling through the center of the corner, and I mean, I absolutely do it under caution. I'm a clutch and kill it and roll, but he was doing it under green, and I mean, honestly, even watching, I was like, I can't believe he's doing that. So that's way more talent than I got.
And Brian Cooper, of course, is talking about his best friend, Brad Keselowski.
Absolutely. Me and Brad go way back. We went to 2 separate schools together.
You guys be ready, 2023 here. Roush, Fenway, Keselowski, Cooper.
Yeah, just keep adding names to it. So, racking them back up, we are going to have Brugg, Hyde, Hottenbach, Oliver Tran, Nick Biddy, Ken Sutherland, David Johnson, Joe David, Nicholas. How is that again, Kyle? Viganoni, I believe, right?
Not me.
Kevin Hansen, and the Nodge just outside the top 10 looking in.
It took me all the way until watching the Chili Bowl on Saturday to notice that the Nodge logo is just a changed NOS Energy logo.
Oh yeah, that is one of. Well, I don't know if Benson made that or if that was originally a John Barton. He has got a litany. We got a blinker. Nick Biddy's starting to show in the blinks, but John Barton is a master at making logos. So that may be his work, but that may also that might be Benson. I don't know who all had a hand in that paint scheme.
I got confirmation that it is in fact a Jason Benson original.
Okay, yeah, and would not absolutely at all not believe that. Green flag is back out. Well, got wall again. You can hear that squeak. Roll through 1 and 2. Somewhat strung out. Got a few side-by-sides here. We got Nodge trying to get him a spot. He's going to go ahead and just fall back in line. He's going to back Kevin Hansen. That 2 paint.
So we got Johnson. A car on the wall. We got the 44 on the wall.
And that is Nicholas. He did a really good job there. Let's see if we can get this him up in there.
Yeah, he hit the wall coming off of turn 4 pretty hard there. Got stuck in the wall and did a good job getting off the wall and not hitting the second part of the dogleg there.
Yeah, absolutely. The 2 took to the grass, did a little high-speed lawn mowing, did Mr. David Johnson. Rolling. I like that scheme on that, too. What do you think about that?
I think he needs a little bit of white. Just a tad, just a little bit of accenting. Maybe put some white wheels on it and a white spoiler.
Oh, I'm all about white wheels, so yeah, I totally do that. That's a good-looking car, though. I like that. I like that a lot.
I think, unfortunately, for Nicholas, I think he's got some good damage here. He's you can tell he's a little slow down the straightaways.
Gun here and wrapped everybody up. Everything, we're still wadded up nose to tail through the field. Got a little bit of a break just about midway through here. We're lap 12 on 125. Got Sid with Benson, not exactly up the back bumper cover, but he's definitely hot on his heels. Well, Benson's creeping in here. Stay in here and keep us locked into what he's got. Right along. Listen to motor noise. See how long Benson's staying at the gas here. Oh, he is absolutely just trying to stay in line.
Yeah, one of the important things is just making sure you kind of reel yourself in and just kind of focus on saving tires, because you can get just absorbed by whatever positional battle you've got going on and just kill your stuff, and end up losing 4 or 5 spots instead of just losing the 1 to begin with.
Yeah, and Benson is, you can hear him, he's breathing the throttle, and he's doing what he can to stay behind Sid. He is definitely riding. This is not a positional battle so much as just kind of doing some riding.
As you can see here, Naj, I think, tried to pull out of the way there for Dustin Barton and let off, and a couple people go by him.
Yeah,
taking a smart approach here.
Yeah, yep. That which they're super different, but Charlotte and Michigan from yesterday with the Xfinity cars, they share a term that I don't particularly like in racing. It always drove me nuts. Momentum. They're both kind of a momentum track. If you don't keep the momentum of the car up, that's exactly what happens. A little bit of a lift, and you're just setting sail for the back.
Something to note here for the people at home is Johnny Bragg, who is leading this race. He is actually not eligible for points. We took the top 2 out of our previous ARCA season and prohibited them from being able to score points. But they can still win races and steal points, but they're not allowed to run for the championship.
Yep, that is a good point. See what I did there?
Good lack of points.
Well, no, it's a good point. I'm trying to play the pun game with you. That's something us old people do. Kyle's much younger than me, and
we got a couple years.
Yeah, we brought him in for the young demographic. Let's go pop through here. We'll start here.
Well, we got a issue here with Jason Benson in the 44 of was that I'm trying to make sure I'm pronouncing his name right. Vignani. Jason Benson was trying to enter the corner there, and Nicholas just went in the corner a little too hard, got in the back bumper of the 42, and just took him out.
Oh, yes. Well. We got that a little late. Yeah, I don't have a replay that comes up in there, but yeah, you are absolutely right. Just Benson got slowed up, and Nicholas did not. But we were riding on. We saw firsthand that Benson was just kind of towing the line. So I wonder if that was a deal of maybe you got the guy behind the line going, well, let's go ahead and go, and the line doesn't, and that's the result. Lap 20, we got a second caution.
This is something that I see a lot at Iowa, at least from my standpoint, is I really like trying to sneak on the outside of people. So it looks like Nicholas just kind of was thinking there that Benson was going to come down to the middle line there and was just trying to sneak on the outside and gain a position, but mistimed it and just got in the back of Jason there.
I would say that you're just based on where the replay starts, and they're both up at the wall like that. I tend to believe you. So here we go. We've got the bulk of the field on pit road. Oh man, about crashing into each other trying to leave. Biddy and David. All right, feeding time's over, everybody. Get through here. So those who have made a stop at least is all 18 cars have been on pit road. Lawson had problems. That's where he had got stopped. I'm sure that was fixing damage. But we know the 2, 3, and 4 there. Kashishi and Corey, Benson, Barton. I thought I saw Crutchley with them. That was the group. They just stopped and did a fuel only there on that first caution. And this one now has kind of rendered that one pretty pointless. Benson rolling back in with Sid, and that was Al Corey.
Yeah, this race is going to be real interesting coming down to the end here. I think some of the drivers up front who have more experience here will be able to not pit here and take tires, just kind of roll around and save them for however many laps they need them to last, and take the tires late and kind of secure their position there. But yeah, we're going to see some interesting stuff here with the tires.
And this is pretty close to a fuel run. I mean, we're getting in the right window at least. So
I did just for anybody listening, I did a 16 lap run, and I was not really doing anything stupid, but my right front tire was about a 90%. My rear tire was about a 95%. So I think you're going to see more even wear out of some people out front, just kind of who've got practice laps in and, have a better knowledge of how to drive this car. But yeah, I think you're going to see some people here just kind of really, really, really taking care of their stuff here and just trying to out-strategize people rather than just going out there, getting your elbows out and dooring people.
Right, 125 laps at a 1.5 mile oval. They've got time to let strategy play out. There's no real reason to rush right at the beginning of it. You gotta, to finish first, you must first finish. That old saying.
An interesting thing to note here is it's taken us about 22 minutes here to do exactly 22 laps. We have a 3-hour time limit. I don't know if we're going to get close to hitting it, but yeah, this looks like it's going to be going on for a little bit here.
Yep, this may turn out to be our Coke 600, and didn't probably set out for it to be. But Charlotte.
Speaking of tire saving here, the 44 of Nicholas is getting a little aggressive here, either trying to warm up his tires or just not paying attention, because he has locked up his front tires multiple times under caution here.
Now about multiple times, but I've had the issue of having to take the tire or the brakes and recalibrate them. Give them the old kind of slam down to get everything to kind of reset. But usually do that a time or two, and it's good. You shouldn't really be doing that while you're out pacing 23 laps into the race.
As we're coming to the restart here.
Yep, coming back down to green. We'll be under control of, see, we have the 98 and the 1 in the front row. And there we've got green. We are rolling again. We'll start off on lap 24, 125. The NTRL ARCA Series, race 3 of the season 21. Everybody looks like we're clean through 1 and 2. We'll work this out down the back straight. It's 52 and the 7. We're gonna might just go ahead and just stick there. And Barton, boy, that Kenny Sutherland there in the 52. Really just kind of had I almost say a bad corner, but he still looks like he's falling back.
It's 44 in the wall.
Say, who's that behind him? Just walled it.
That is Nicholas Vignani.
And the sparks flying off the wall all over the place. Yeah, Sutherland really kind of, I mean, heck, it almost looked like he brake checked. Just kind of went and then just didn't go. I mean, man, he lost like 8 spots.
Yeah, he could just be going for a really, really aggressive tire saving strategy here and just really take up that that entry and just kind of roll the corner.
Take a little bit of a lap here with him. One and two sounds normal to me. Run down the backstretch behind Dustin Barton.
He is a little bit soft on entry, but that's nothing wrong. It's just a different style of doing it. You know, that's going to help him with keeping the tires under him and kind of getting the car pointed.
Yeah, and these ARCA cars have...
Oh, we got a car on the wall up in the front. I think that is... That was the 04 of Kevin Hansen going into 1 and 2 there, just scraped the wall.
We are definitely going to have a lot of that. There's some more of the squeaks. Somebody else is in the wall. He did not do much to it. It doesn't look like there's any sort of damage to it at all. I'm going to jump back out front here. Roy Hyde, who was running third yesterday in the Xfinity cars, that he is not points eligible for. While running third, didn't want to take points away from people, pulled in and parked it. That's rough. I wouldn't have done that. Somebody else would have just finished fourth behind me, and they'd have had to deal with it.
Yeah, I had a talk with him after the race. I was just very confused. I was like, where'd you go? And he was just very honorable in the fact that he doesn't want to take points away from people. He just, only people who did take points away is people that had problems very early and did not finish.
Absolutely.
And he also was very, very close to winning the Wednesday practice race. I was out front on 2 tires, and I was absolutely loose and just bleeding time to him in second place.
Well, we have got Oliver Turan is hunting down Johnny Rocket. He is just hanging right here with him.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you got to remember the tires.
Waving goodbye in the rearview mirror. That was a pretty strong move.
I'd be concerned if I was him. Johnny's no pushover, and that man knows what he's doing. So to just blow by him is could be a concern, or maybe a omen of good luck for Oliver Turan's race.
Well, if we could. I really do wish we could get a real definitive screen here of who took 2 for no tires. But I would almost assume that Oliver took tires, and I would say Roy probably did too. But I kind of would assume that Johnny did not. Did you think? Or you think he went ahead and took him and was just trying to be super easy on him?
I would just look at the race in 3 parts. Try to make sure your tires last under that that second third of the race. So I'm not sure really where you want to pit, but I don't think you're going to want to put tires on until maybe after lap 40. It was the 2 car got on the apron coming off turns 1 and 2 here. We got a pretty big stack up here getting into turn 3.
We've got a 6-pack and a problem.
3 wide.
Right,
2 car almost in the wall. 4 is in the wall. Kevin Hansen. keep wanting to call him Chris Hansen, but that's not who he is.
Why don't you come over here and have a seat? On the 44th. Oh man, that was definitely looking close. Like Kevin and Nicholas were about to have a meeting there in turn 2. Kevin's underneath Jason. Well, I also remember Charlotte being, if you ran the high line, you could at least get the momentum off the top of the corner. But sure looks like a low line dominant Charlotte right now, does it not?
Yeah, I mean, it's that top line's, you can run the high line there to gain position on people that are kind of running really conservative on the bottom. But yeah, it's just that if you can hit that middle, that second kind of inside middle lane, that's really where the time is. So running that high line is, you can gain the momentum and, you might gain a couple spots, but you're going to burn your tires up. You're going to not be faster than the fastest guys, and you're going to really be struggling there wherever you end up.
Kind of watch the Al Corey line here. He actually started a little high in 3 and then kind of wandered down towards the stripe in 4. Now he's got traffic. You can usually learn a lot by watching that 45 car.
Yeah, the one thing I wish I could learn is get his throttle and clutch and ignition status at some of the races that we've done to just see what he does to save all the fuel mileage in those trucks. Oh yeah, 26 in the wall. David. It is actually David. We've been incorrect for the last 2 broadcasts. It is Joe David.
Joe David. Oh man. I'm going to take a Sharpie and mark that E out on my screen here real quick.
Hey, he's got a silent E, I got a silent Z.
And everybody at home is wishing for a silent Cooper. Alright, so we're going to switch this back around here. Lap 40. We're going to do a quick roll through, and we are going to just show everybody who we got on the top 10. And we're going to start with our leader. Still Roy Hyde. Nobody's passed him. He's got almost a 3-second lead right at the moment.
If I could just say something about Roy Hyde, I think that he's not been talked about all that much, but I think he's one of those drivers that you really need to look out for in this series, and someone in the future in any of our other series that he might participate in, because that guy is incredibly consistent. And we got a contact between the 04 of Kevin Hansen and the 46 of Nick Biddy.
So we'll catch the very end of that, I'm sure.
Oh, Kevin Hansen's in the wall again.
Yeah, 46 was up dragging the wall there for that one. So we're starting Harry Wallbanger time, so we're going to hit top 10. Running second, we got Oliver Turan, the Miller High Life 002. Another solid run for him. Oliver's been fast pretty much everywhere we've gone.
Our last week's race winner at Iowa.
We got Johnny Brugg is running third still. He kissed the wall there a little bit. Mr. Robert Hottenbach, the 98 NOS. That's a real good looking blue, so I'll allow that paint scheme. I know he warned me that it was going to be different. I'm okay with that. Switch back here. We got Rafter, the Canadian Tire number 45 Chevrolet, and Nicholas Vignone. So I'm gonna I know I'm wrong. I'm sorry. He is running sixth in front of Jason Benson, old Stay Puffed Sticky Fingers car, who is in front of About popped off something that would have been a joke only to me and probably got me taken off the broadcast. Mashed Mechanics Fingers Mac Tools sponsored number 19 for Sid. Then Kevin Hansen running in 9th. Fought back after digging it into the side of the wall. And rounding out right now, we've got Nick Biddy with Dustin Barton is actually going to say, hey, want to be in the top 10, eh? Only doing that because he's got it right there. So now Dustin Barton is in the top 10. Hitting up lap 45, so we shouldn't be too terribly far before we have a set of pit stops come rolling in. I mean, we should be, what do you think, Kyle? 5 to 7 laps out?
Oh, we got one pitting. We have Hottenbach pitting.
There he is, first taker. So we're not even going to get that far. Oh,
I've got a bit of an unpopular opinion here about the 68 car in a new rule change for the NASCAR Cup Series this year. I am not a fan of those chrome numbers.
I love chrome stuff. I love Darrell Waltrip's chrome car. Yeah, from what I've seen on some of the pictures of the cars, straight chrome I don't know that I'm super thrilled with because of being so reflective and you just kind of can't see it. But they're, was it Tyler Reddick? I think it was a chrome red. I think it was. Maybe he had yellow.
It was Brad Keselowski.
Well, I thought he had just a straight chrome. Somebody was using colored chrome and it looked pretty good. I was thinking it was on the 8. I was thinking it was on Reddick, but I don't remember now. But it looked good. Kind of looked like gold leaf, like you use on fire trucks. Kind of had that. You didn't get that shimmer to it, but it was okay. But yeah, straight chrome is a little hard to see sometimes.
Yeah, it needs to just be on something that it pops. It's like that 17 Western Auto car from Darrell Waltrip. It has like that nice, clean, white and orange background that's doesn't really conflict with all that much.
Chrome numbers on Nodge's car be cool.
I think it's a little busy.
Oh, not with chrome. Everything is chrome in the future, Kyle. Can't believe the 43-year-old's one sitting here talking about SpongeBob.
I know what you're I like to give you the silence just to make you regret saying anything.
I regret nothing.
We got the 2-car of David pitting in.
What it is looking like, Kenny Sutherland, Robert Hottenbach have both been in. Lawson's in right now. That's looking to be all I see here. David Johnson has now entered pit lane. So yeah, we're just starting to trickle them in. Switch around here.
Speaking of trickle here, I think I'm going to omit myself for a couple minutes. I'm going to use the ladies' room.
You're going to trickle down the hallway. Matriculating up the field. So while we're starting our green flag pit cycle, we have still got the 305 rolling out. It's Roy Hyde just cranking laps. We're getting lap 52 of 125, so we're not quite to halfway. And I know Kyle had mentioned time. With actually getting some green flag running, we're down here like 74 to go. This is showing us that we're running 45 minutes into it. So we should, barring more cautions, we should get to the end of this. But it is going to be, it may be close. And if we are close on time at the end of the race, we do have it set up where we should be able to get the race winner in to get a quick interview with them. If, of course, we run out of time, that changes that. But the plan is we should be able to get some after race interviewing in. We'll just have to kind of watch time here. We got Roy still turning laps. Oliver's still behind him turning laps. Still 3.5 seconds back. Brug's 8 seconds back. Al 14. We're just getting everybody strung out. Most everybody has hit pit lane. We're still looking here. The top the top 9 thereabouts haven't, but the whole back half of the field has been in. And this is one of them high danger areas. What your worry is you're in the back, you stop, you get your service, you go back out, you're going to be a lap down. If you have some sort of trouble during that pit, you're really going to be in for it, because now you're running 2 laps down to the leader, and you're completely out of business as far as a lucky dog. And that Roy's going to do exactly what he should do. He's going to run that thing dry, and every lap he makes, he's hoping somebody slides the tires and pops the wall getting into the pits, loops it. You got a little too much brake bias, and you got to turn, get it down the flat, and spin these things out. Remember, the ARCA cars are a little cranky, so a caution would behoove him a lot. He's standing to cut the field in half. You're going to go in here, and instead of having 20 cars to worry about, we'll watch the top of the crawler here, and I believe from the last one, I think we were down to Nodge in 11th as the last one that is not actually a full lap down. It's 21.9, and yep, the 98th there of Hottenbach is the first lap down. David is 2, so he's starting 2 laps down. So those guys are all trapped. You get a caution, they're done for. So Roy's going to run out there, and if that was me in that 305, I would absolutely be just sitting there hanging on. This would probably be where, if I was going to try and cut the fuel, might be where I would try it, to be quite honest with you.
To be a devil's advocate here, I think when it comes to strategy, I think with these sort of races, you need a. If you have a caution come out here, it might be actually detrimental to your race, where you kind of get put into a box where you don't have that freedom to kind of choose what you're going to do. You kind of have to react to what the people behind you are doing.
As far as he was off the gas, I thought he was going to come in. I don't know. I mean, you don't see the benefit of having half the field to contend with that you had?
Well, they're a lap down now, but get later into the run here, they are going to potentially, if they're on fresh tires, they're going to cycle ahead of you, or they're going to gain time. And you kind of get too focused on that, and then you lose sight of the the big prize here, which is winning the race or getting a top 5 or whatever someone's goal is for this race.
We are coming into the pits. We're riding in on the 305, and well, that seemed like he might have been coming in a little hot. Right down here. Keeps right at 50, so I mean, roll on through here. Look, we're doing all right. I'm gonna pop up last pit stop lap. So as far as being out, we still got a lot. Still got a lot of people. They last stopped at lap 20. So yeah, we've still got plenty to go here. And we are about 2 laps away from halfway. Oliver Turan is now in. Al Corey has inherited the lead. The rest of the stragglers coming in for pit stops.
Did Al pit on the same lap that Roy Hyde did? Oh, Al's pitting this time.
Yep. Here he comes. So yeah, we're rolling.
Ooh, Sid Kashishian, I think, is going to get busted here for speeding. Maybe he did make it. That was a very, very hot entry there by Sid Kashishian. Had a pack of 3 cars trying to enter on pit road at the same time. He went right around the outside and gained 2 positions, I think.
You are so good at doing this. I was actually showing a replay of that, and you were telling us about it, and it timed up perfectly. Sometimes it just doesn't get any better.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about the broadcast here is that if I'm looking at your broadcast, I'm behind, so I'm just kind of looking around for something that you might not be looking at and just tell you if there's a wreck in the back or if something spicy is going on.
All right, Kevin Hansen, who was your leader, overshoots his pits by about half a car length. Still not far enough. There he is. He's backed up where he needs to be. They're going to start the service on him. So saying, problems in the pits. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are halfway through the 12 million hours of Charlotte. Not really. The Charlotte 125, the No Toad Racing League ARCA Monday night race. Brought to you by No Toad Racing League. I guess it's going to be brought to you by Roy Hyde, because I think he's going to run away with this one. He's going to put Nodge down a lap the hard way.
But you got to remember, we've got that tire difference. You don't know if he's taking tires here, and if Johnny Brugg might be sitting on a set, or Al Corey has something figured out, or Oliver Turin working a different strategy. I mean, these are the races that I think are really, really good for everyone in NTRL. It gives you all these different avenues to kind of try something, and ends up potentially with somebody who we'd consider a shock winner winning these races. And I think we need to have more of these crazy strategy, either take away some tires or kind of force people into these unorthodox boxes.
Yep. Well, and we're riding on board with Roy Hyde right now, and I am looking at Sid, I am looking at Benson, and I think I'm probably, well, no, I'm not, that John Barton. So I think I've got one of the Barton brothers here. But I'd like to come up with something. Nobody was catching Roy on old tires, and now he's got new tires. So, going all Billy Madison here, you're all in very big trouble. We might all be in very big trouble. Oh, that was the 52. That was Kenny Sutherland, who is going the way of down a lap. And
we just had a close call there with the 44 and the lapper, the 52.
Well, we've got leader just putting a hurting on him. All right, we'll do a quick run through here. We've got Oliver Turan is still running second, holding strong as he has been.
Oh, we got a crash. 04, Kevin Hansen in the 52. Kenny Sutherland, 04 was coming off the corner, and Kenny Sutherland was running about a groove off the wall, and I think Kevin Hansen was expecting him to be closer to the wall.
Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, nosed him. That's...
It's one of those unfortunate things. You just got to be maybe a little bit more aware as the person on the bottom, or the person on the outside needs to be a little more aware of getting close to the wall. It's just something where you can't really blame anybody for it, but there's one person could have done something there to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, yep, and that was all right there in the vicinity of the leader. They get some leader danger there too. I mean, that that happens right in front of Roy, and takes him out. Then then what?
Hey, you never want to see a leader get taken out by a lapper, but we've got some a new thing here with the strategy. Just opens the door wide open for different people. You never know if somebody in the back here is saved a set of tires, or kind of what's happening. So this will be really interesting here going on to the next 60 so laps.
Yeah, I'd like to think that you'd have at least a set, if not two, ready. And well, it's...
If you've used 2 sets already, I think you're done, and you're kind of in a hole here. If you haven't used your tires yet, which I think would be very brave, for someone to go this far on the same set of tires, I think that person is in the driver's seat here, just to kind of pull out a ballistic strategy here of just going for a two-stopper and just go hammer and tong the whole way. Just win it.
I think I know who's not going to win.
Is it the driver in the wall?
Nope. I say it was the 27 Sexy Waltrip Mobile.
Oh, I can still get out here, you know, make up 69 laps. Nice.
Very nice. That speaking of nice, while we're kind of doing this flip through here, I'm gonna grab Roy. We're gonna bring him over here. Hey Roy, it's Cooper in the booth. Can we steal you for a second?
Yeah, you're good, man.
So, how much better could this race be going for you?
It could have stayed green right there. That would have played out pretty nice. But other than that, it's going pretty well. Leading some laps up here, running up front, clean air is kind of nice.
It definitely looks like it. It looks almost like you're just out for a Sunday cruise, and I guess that's really the best way of doing it.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. Just out here, don't push too hard and push yourself into a mistake whenever you don't need to make one, and avoid anything that you can possibly control. Avoid those type of incidents and let the cars fall where they may.
Now let me ask you something confidential here. How many tires you got left?
8, I think. 4.
Oh, man's got one set of tires left. Okay, that's interesting.
So, consider nobody you're racing against can hear this. Are you planning on going ahead and changing, or are you going to try and save them in case there's a late caution?
Well, right now I've got just less than 10 on these tires under green flag, so I'm going to keep these on for a while. If 100% confidential, promise?
Yeah, nobody's going to be able to hear you while they're racing.
Okay, all right, so I just want to make sure. Then, just look at the laps. We got 55 to go, so probably expect to see me in for right around 30 laps or so. Kind of almost break it in half, but give myself a shorter distance after the pit.
Yep, makes absolute total sense to me. And you guys are forming up, so we'll let you get back to it, man. I appreciate you talking to us.
No problem.
All right, we may be talking to you in Victory Lane.
That would be very nice.
All right, so that worked out way better than I thought it was going to. I would have lied to us if it was me. So Nicholas Vignone showing crashed under caution. So we're going to go back here and see if we can see what's going on. He's just showing slow in the back of the field. And I do not see anything other than, looks like the back of the field come to a stop almost. Did you see anything, Kyle?
I'm looking through and I don't really see anything.
Yeah, okay. Well, SDK's just lying to us. It happens sometimes. All right.
Well, the question is here: is Roy lying to us? Does that man have a set left?
I would have lied to us. Oliver Tran and Johnny Brugg.
The problem here for the 44 was he blinked.
Oh, yeah, that'll do that. So we've got Oliver Tran on pole, Johnny Rocket on the outside. We've got Hottenbach starting third, Alcari fourth, Dustin Barton in fifth on this, what might be final restart. Sid Kashishian is in fifth. Dustin was in sixth. We're backing away into turn one. Green flag flying, and there goes the number one out in front again. This will definitely be a test. See how strong that 305 is, and we'll see if Roy can run Johnny back down. Then again, we've got Oliver right there, and I think we all know Oliver's fast, and Oliver's not shy about getting up there and running with somebody. And if he gets up there and pushes Johnny, wears his tires a little bit, could make this a real easy job for Roy, really.
We've got a real close call there between the 98 and Dustin Barton there. 98 washed up middle of 1 and 2 and almost tagged the left rear of the 13 there.
Ow. Oh, man. Rafter is underneath Oliver. I mean, he could have put a sheet of paper between them two cars, and looks like Dustin was going to go ahead and come with him, thought better of it. Now he's going to go ahead and take the high side. Now he's going to drop down underneath Oliver.
I don't know if this goes against the NTRL confidentiality agreement, but I think I heard Al Corey just say, "O2, you got to keep it straight there." Tempers flare.
Well, and it did look a little closer than it should have. I mean, truth of the matter be known, it definitely was close, and Rafter isn't he likes to get that kind of calculated run and get on around. He doesn't necessarily want to sit there and rub fenders with anybody to do it. And looky who's back. 305 is underneath Oliver, coming in for third. He is immediately past him onto the back bumper of Al Corey. Unreal how fast he is tonight. He's already on Al Corey heading into one.
Oh, we had an accident here in the front stretch. We got the 07 that just got turned by Kevin Hansen.
We got the 305. Oh, man, 7 is done. Let's see if we've got a replay of that. Nope, it would be before what I've got there. I have a 07. Let's see if we can find this. Because this one, oh, there it was. All right, so we've found our spot.
Yeah, it looks like the 04 just got loose. Yep. Trying to get to the outside of the 07 there and just turned him.
The 04's had a bit of a night. Definitely had a little bit of a night.
So an interesting thing to note here is if this goes green, I think Roy is in the catbird seat here. Johnny, very good driver. As you can see, he's still maintaining a good gap here with over Roy Hyde. I don't think Johnny didn't pit under this last caution, did he?
No.
Okay, so yeah, Johnny, if we get a caution here, he's going to have the advantage on tires. But if it stays green here, Roy has the advantage with the fresh tires, and he will. Yeah, he's gained a 10th that lap on Johnny Brugg, so this will be really interesting here coming to the end.
Yeah, we are 45 laps away from finding that end. Everybody's still just churning away laps. We got the top 13 are still on the lead lap, which, I mean, by Charlotte standards is not necessarily abnormal. We'll run back through here. We've got Brugg is leading Hyde, which they're just kind of front and back with each other. We got Rafter, got Al Corey running third, got Dustin Barton running fourth, Oliver Turan running fifth, Jason Benson in sixth, Sid Kashishian in seventh, John Barton in eighth, Robert Hottenbach in ninth, and the Nodge, John Crutchley, rounding out the top 10. Get everything to hold here. Kind of like wrangling cats trying to do these through the field sometimes. It looks like we've got everybody kind of sorted out. So we're going to go over here and get everybody, try to get them some FaceTime. So Brugg is leading, followed by Roy Hyde, who we just talked to, and we're expecting, just short of lap 100 for him to come in. Kind of split that, put 4 freshies on it, and see what that does for him. Running third there's Al Corey. Running there is Dustin Barton. Got Oliver Turan behind him still. Jason Benson. Got Sid Kashishian. John Forward Chrome Numbers Barton. Robert Hottenbach. Nodge. Then we got Don't Call Me Bill Elliott, Nick Biddy. And Joe David running there. He had a wall scuff earlier, but he's bounced back. He's running in 12th. Kenny Sutherland, he's had a couple scuffs and scrapes tonight. Kevin Hansen's running 14th, and we've seen him a few too many times. Michael Koravu, the 07, he's got a colorful car tonight. James Lawson, the 66. I like that black and red silver like that. That's a real good looking car.
I made him a paint scheme for the Xfinity car with blood, sweat, and tears that he hasn't run yet, which I'm very offended by.
Oh, you should be. Absolutely. We could just call him out on it. Just be like, boy, what kind of guy doesn't run a paint scheme that somebody makes for you?
So do you remember the Ryan Truex Go Ryan car?
Oh, absolutely. I believe I've got one of those T-shirts here.
Yeah, there's a Go James car for the Xfinity Series.
Awesome. I'll
shut up here so I can cry for a little bit.
Definitely need to get him to run that.
It was made with the finest Crayola markers.
That's something I didn't remember seeing last night either. Oh, man, who was that? I am terrible with names. Who ran last season with us in the ARCA cars? His kids designed his car every week. They'd actually color it, and he would upload it into the computer, and so he always had a fresh paint scheme every week that his kids had made him.
Oh, I forgot who that was as well, but I do remember that.
Oh,
I will go look for it.
Johnny has got company.
So the thing here with Roy, I mean, sure you've got a tire advantage, but you really need to take that advantage and run with it and pull that gap out as soon as possible. Not just kind of sit here. The later it takes him to pass Johnny, it's gonna just come back and bite him when they pit and they equalize.
Do you suppose they've already equaled out?
Well, you don't know how much tires Johnny has saved, over this last run.
Good point.
Brandon B. Ward. Or Brandon Ward. B. Ward, the nickname.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he ran with us the other day. We have a new leader. Roy Hyde has taken over lap 90 of 125. Charlotte, Monday Night ARCA, No Toad Racing Network. And he is, I think Roy was getting held up a little bit by Rocket because he has already jumped that out to 3,500ths of a second of the lead. And already over 4/10ths. He is setting sail.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it here on fuel, but I think he really, really, really needs to just gap Johnny before these pit stops.
Well, and we've got some takers coming in on the pit road. We've actually got, and that wasn't a very good corner. Rocket just made up a lot of time. He just made up about a 10th. 3 and 4 wasn't very good for Roy that last lap. Let's see, Rafter. Yeah, Rafter's only about 3/10ths behind Johnny Rugg. We might just switch over here and just keep everybody in the same frame. We've got a three-way battle for the lead as we've got Sid is on pit road. Robert
Getting
Hoppenbach has made his stop.
Al Corey's pitting.
That he is.
Yeah, message from our God Emperor, Gary Sargent. Brandon B. Ward, his schedule has changed, so he can't run with us on Xfinities or ARCA days. Unfortunate to hear.
Ah. Well, yeah, that's a real bummer. He's hopefully things change on that and he can get back. I got a different message from Sarge that I'll break that news to Roy after the race.
Seems we need to be a little bit more kitchen confidential.
I'm thinking so. Apparently people trust their internet enough to stream and race at the same time. But anyway, we got 30 laps to go, which I mean, honestly, Roy called it. I mean, he said that's right about where we're going to be looking at taking final pit stops, and so far that's definitely ringing true. We got
the 44 here. He's trying to unlap himself, but he seems to be blinking a little bit.
Oh, Nicholas Vignone. He is
man of many mispronunciations.
Yep. I think that was the third one. I mean, at this point, I'm committed to just saying it wronger every time. Just like wronger, I don't think that's a word. So we're just gonna keep it up. All right.
Yeah, Johnny Brugg just keeping with the 305 here. You wonder if maybe Roy is pushing it a little too much on that right front. Maybe they've equalized, or maybe Johnny's just keeping the car under him and just not wearing its stuff out.
Yeah, and Johnny is just a complete racing enigma to me because he's just ultra smooth and super fast. He's going to go ahead and try and take the lead again coming off of 4. They're going to be side by side at the stripe. Yeah, Bruggs got him by about the front fenders. So is this a deal of...
Interesting to see how this lap car factors into it.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is Roy actually planning on going ahead and stopping, so he's just trying to get away from him so he doesn't end up wrecked? On the battle box, we've got their last pit lap. Johnny was in on lap 58, and Roy was lap 68. So, I mean, that math tells me that Johnny's going to have to stop almost 10 laps sooner than Roy.
Well, I think with how this final run is going, I mean, he's in a position where he can kind of pit where he needs to pit, because you're not going to want to do a lopsided, back end strategy where you pit later for tires. You're probably going to want to pit maybe equal or maybe even beforehand to undercut.
Oh, 44 was gone for a second and a half there. Looked kind of inopportune. It kind of looked like the one car was starting anyway. I kind of thought he was getting ready to come down, and that could have got him. So we are now down to the top 6 cars on the lead lap. So I mean, right now we get a caution. We're going to have a bunch of wave around cars. We've got about 7 cars that would be eligible, just being one lap down. All just stopped. I mean, you're going to assume they're either out of tires or they took them, whatever. But I mean, you're going to have a mess if we've got a late caution. Check back. Well, that gap has grown. There went Johnny.
Oh, we got the 07 in the wall in 3 and 4.
And we've got Johnny on pit road. 7, he must have got her bounced off. Kenny Sutherland crashed. We got a note on that. Well, I don't see a... Oh, okay, yep, 52 got a... Oh, high-speed lawn mowing. Inside wall, yep, inside wall. Well, the 52 may have finally had an unceremonious ending there. Roy Hyde has entered pit lane. Leader on pit road, 25 laps to go. Of course, that's going to be giving back some of these laps that are down. 04's taken off.
You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder with the 305 here of Roy if he's kind of betting on a late race caution with these speed differentials, because we got that last caution, after the green flag pit stops.
Yeah, that could be. Right now, that cycles around that Sid Kashishian, who I did not give the curse to, by the way, has cycled up through the lead as Oliver Tran gets back up to speed. We got Roy Hyde coming back out, getting back up to speed. John Barton stopped with those two. And we've still got the Dirty Dozen on the lead lap. Looks like we got everybody kind of cycled back around.
When I made my statement about him betting on a late race caution, I was not looking at him, so I did not know he was on pit road.
Yeah, he just peeled right in. So it, from what it looks like, trying to look through, it appears everybody has made their stop. So the one thing we had tonight, or I guess didn't have, that I thought we'd have, nobody wrecked pitting. I fully expected that. Charlotte's a little greasy. It's a little easy to not get on pit road right, and everybody did a really good job of it.
I think Sid was our closest, but that was a good pit entrance from him. That's probably we'll give that the sexy stamp of approval.
Oh, absolutely. Sid definitely wants the sexy stamp of approval. He strives for it constantly.
Hey, he's got the sexy stamp of approval on his ARCA car, because I actually painted that.
Well, that's why it looks so good. Yeah, he had some...
ARCA, sorry, Xfinity.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Mac Tools car. I was like, yeah, that thing looks really good. So he's had a no-talent hack make a couple of beer cars for him, and they were terrible. I don't know why I even told that guy he should do that. But we've got Sid Kashishian leading the way, followed by, well, for just a second anyway, Rafter, Al Corey, and he has got the one car just all over him like a cheap three-piece suit. I don't think it's going to be too long before we've got Brooke backing around and making way.
Yeah, unlike the Jack Flyers, Al Corey's got some defense.
Well, he is right on the edge. Man, those guys are close. Let's try to block low a little bit. We're going to go 3 wide off. Oh, they hit!
No.
Rafter's going around. Brugg is up in the wall. Benson's in it. Dustin Barton's in it. We've got wreckers everywhere. Benson is on pit road, turn around and rolling. I think Oliver got through that. Holy moly's. I'll try a wide shot of this. I'm not sure what all we can see from this.
It looks like Al Corey kind of moved down to give room between him and the 44. And, kind of just unfortunate situation there.
Yeah, wadded a lot of cars up. But, you're going 3 wide. You either wreck to the inside car or you wreck to the outside car. It's not like there's a whole lot of...
We got a little bit of tempers here between Johnny Brugg and Al Corey.
Yeah, well, and from the roof camera of Brugg, that definitely... honestly, that there was a pretty good turn down, and I don't know that Johnny honestly may not have seen that there was a car on the outside right there. But that definitely wadded up a lot of cars.
And this works right into the hands of Sid Kashishian.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's gonna be parked on the point. No, he's not. He is coming in. Why is Sid pitting? Sid has a set of tires, I'm going to guess. So here comes who was our leader, Sid Kashishian. As you can see, we're 17 laps to go under caution. We're going to start back off with, we should be, probably 15 to go or 14. I wasn't mentally counting. Oh, best dressed pit crew in all of E-Motorsports right there. Tuxedo Boys working for Sid. Oh, while this is going on, do you know who the leader is? Roy Hyde.
Roy Hyde.
And you know who's going to be starting outside of him? Oliver Turan. it's just over and over. Nick Biddy's actually got a run going here. He's up to third. Joe David is up to fourth, and that 26 car. If this cycles back out and stays right, that is showing that Sid's still going to be in fifth. Al Corey will be in sixth. Nodge will be in seventh. Robert Hottenbach will be in eighth. Michael Corriveau will be, looks like, 10th, and John Barton in ninth. We got Kevin Hansen. We have Dustin Barton and Jason Benson. All of these back guys, I mean, you know, they all obviously stopped to take fast repairs. I mean, there's just no other way. I mean, the cars were junk. They're going to have to switch them out. We're gonna consult the tower. So yeah, that's showing Hansen. That is actually showing everybody outside the top 10's a lap down. So yeah, Hansen, Benson, Barton. Brug's showing 2. Brug is showing back in the pits. Has he already used his fast repair? Brug might be done. That car looks kind of like it needs a fork stuck in it, because it is definitely done.
So one of the things to note here is potentially he had it unchecked to make sure he didn't pit with it checked and towed maybe, and then had it unchecked, which it won't use when you tow in and will make you do your required damage rather than just being able to click it and then it automatically does it.
Oh, this is true. Or yeah, he may very well be towing. Still be towing too. That's a good point. All right, lights are still on the pace car. So yeah, we should be coming back with 14 to go then, right? We'll have 2 more to go here. Or actually, I guess we'll take the green with 13 to go then, that being the case.
We've got a visitor here in the booth.
Let's see. Oh, we got Skylar. I was going to bring you up earlier. Skylar, why aren't you on track?
I got sent to heaven in the MDOT Daytona race.
Oh, is there snow?
Oh.
If there's snow in heaven, then yes.
All right, well, that's what I was checking. It seems like there's snow everywhere else right now.
Yes, in Tennessee there is snow. But no, I raced for Sarge's team on Monday night, so yay, no toads.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains your absence. Yeah, I was going to bring you up earlier in it. Well, I don't want to summon the ghost of Skylar.
Well, I pulled up the good old broadcast here. 15 to go, 4 cautions at Charlotte. That ain't bad.
Yeah, we had a real long run. Had a cycle of green flag stops. Just had a lap car and 2 fast cars, and the whole front stretch broke out in a wreck.
What's your opinion on that accident there, Mr. Skylar Carnes?
Oh, let me go back and watch the replay.
All right, as he goes and watches that, we'll focus on this restart here.
Come back up here. So, yeah, okay. My math was right the first time. We're going to come back with 14 laps to go. And same 2 up front. Roy Hyde and Oliver Turan. We creeping up. We got a green flag and we got a blink from the 46 as we go back racing. 14 to go at Charlotte. This one's for all the marbles. The winner actually gets a sack full of marbles tonight. And then So we got Biddy taking third. A little wider shot. Sid got a good run. He's starting up to fourth. He's got Joe David hot on his heels. Bump back a couple of spots here. And a little bit of a cover because Roy Hyde is checking out on Oliver Turan and company. Drop back here a couple more. We're going to try and get as coverage for everybody as we can here. Got 2, 3 wide back here running around Nodge. Got Hottenbach, Dustin Barton, John Barton, Nodge. There's a pile of cars back here.
Ooh, Barton with a little bit of a slide job there. Oh, we got 98 of Hottenbach getting loose.
Yep. Still got them side by side through the quad oval.
Nick Biddy's making a run per second here.
It's a review of the replay. It seems like it's just a terrible position to go through wide on the exit 4 whenever that wall sneaks up on this. Johnny just, trying to make the move on the inside right after it came down a little bit. Man, that's what happened.
And in the defense of Al Corey there, the 44 throughout the race has kind of been blinking a little bit, so you got to give extra room to cars that have connection issues because of the almighty net code.
I can understand that. So it happens. Definitely want to add on to Roy Hyde. I mean, that son of a gun, stupid fast. He gave me a run for my money in the Xfinity practice at Charlotte a few weeks ago. So,
3 wide here for second. Back to 2. Nick Biddy up into second place.
It's just battles, and more battles with 10 laps to go. The 115 of the 125 are said and done, and the last 10 will not go home quietly. Oh, the 46 blinking again.
How you feel about Nick Biddy, Dawsonsville's third favorite kitty?
That may
KIDDY?
Well, we're gonna use Sid as our point of reference here, so the camera will actually keep following these guys. With 9 to go, we've got just a pretty awesome battle here between them. All 3 wide, all 3 deep, not all 3 wide. So nose to tail, nose to tail. Oh, got a disappearing 46 again. Like Oliver might have Sid's number. You see that black dot up there in the next zip code? That is your leader. That's Roy Hyde. He gone. Oliver.
Speaking of gone, Johnny Brugg is 100% confirmed gone.
Did you hear anything? Did he get stuck with a toe and wouldn't let him use it? That
Ooh, battle for second place. Sid Kachishian on the inside of Oliver Turan.
Sid is not quite enough. He's going to have to fall back in line.
Yeah, you got on the inside there of Oliver, but kind of slid up a little bit. And like you said earlier, momentum.
Charlotte is all about it. Boy, Sid kind of fell off there too. I wonder wherever he got the tires heated up, and he's gonna try and reconvene here a little bit and get back at it. Then we've got
Al Corey here has got a decent recovery going on after using his fast repair, and yeah, just rolling.
Yep, back up to 5th. That's I was just switching to that as you were saying that. But John Barton, I'm telling you, those numbers have got that VR headset of his all lined up right. And there goes Rafter taking 4th away from Nick Biddy. Biddy's going to try and come back underneath him off. Well, he's going to have to run under him. Off of 2, down the back straight. We're going to have a drag race into 3. Biddy's going to push high.
Ooh, that was close.
Man. Biddy backed out and saved, quite honestly, just probably saved the night for Rafter.
Interesting to note here for the points, 1 and 2, and 1 and 3 in points are positions 3 and 1. Dustin Barton here needs to gain a couple positions here to kind of equalize with the points.
Well, we're back on board with Sid, who is, I don't want to say terrorizing the left rear quarter, but he's terrorizing the left rear quarter. Oh, man, Oliver looked like he was up in the wall, and I guess he didn't touch. They were side by side into one. Sid does not have enough to clear him. Oliver's coming right back up. We got 3 to go. It's go time or no time. And Roy is, like I said, he's in a different area code. He's 3 seconds out here in this battle.
With Sid and Oliver kind of just pushing off of turn 4 here, they're just leaving the door open here for Al, Rafter, Corey to just kind of steal something.
Yep, he's going to work down here with 2 to go. Rafter had a pretty good run. Might have overshot it a little. Sid's going to work low on Oliver. And then what's that going to do to break their momentum? And just Sid's holding it low. He's doing a real good job of holding that bottom. Oliver's, giving him room, but kind of keeping him honest. Got a white flag coming this time. We're side by side. We've got Sid Kashishian and Oliver Turan. We've got Al, Rafter, Corey just waiting in the wings. Through 1 and 2 for the last time. We're down the back straightaway at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oliver looked like he was wanting to look inside, but Rafter was there. Rafter going to end up with a third out of this. Yep, Oliver's going to get the short end of that stick. And Sid's up, and here comes Rafter. I don't think he's got enough to get there, but he's going to give it a shot for second. And just barely, Sid holds on for second place. Rafter is going to have to take a third, but man, that was a close third. So we also had a Kevin Hansen crash a couple laps into it. Which, see where we're going with that. Gets it on the flat. Gets back off the flat. Like he may just decided that enough was enough. Yep. Cannot blame him for that one at all. I got Turan's rubbing
Roy
up
Hyde
into,
to his. Oh, we got
extracurricular activity here. Oliver's rubbing up on Rafter and not in a good way. Rafter went ahead and stopped and put her on out. We've got Roy. We're going to go ahead and jump in here just on the off shot if we are getting close on time. Move him in here to our broadcast and see if we can hear our winner, Roy Hyde from Charlotte.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Doing good. I picked you to win, man.
Who's that?
I picked you to win. And you won.
Sweet. Great choice. Great choice. I appreciate it, guys.
Yep, Skylar popped in real quick, gave you some props. I believe he referred to you as that dude is bad fast, I think is what he said, and said that you give him a run for his money. And Skylar's one of the certified fast guys around here. And man, I tell you, almost made this look too easy.
Coming from him, it actually means a lot from the way I hear everybody talk about him. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, it played into the way that I race a lot of conservative and just hit the same marks and be consistent and wait for other people to make mistakes, and hopefully they make them in the time that you need them, and everything turns out for the best sometimes.
Yep, absolutely, man. That was a commanding performance. So absolutely, congratulations. The league is happy to have you here, and I just don't think that this is going to be a one-off. I have a feeling we are going to see more and more of you.
I'm really glad that they took me in, and it's a great group of guys to race with, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, there's a lot of good guys in here, a lot of clean drivers, and it's nice to race with them.
Yep, absolutely. All right, everybody, that is your winner, Roy Hyde, and we're gonna jump down here to second place. We're gonna go in the kind of a backwards order. We're gonna take Sid here next. Sid, what were you doing out
Hello.
there? What were you doing out there?
Trying not to wreck, honestly.
How'd that work out for you?
Actually, very well for once.
It worked all right. I was gonna pick you, and I didn't. So you owe me. I don't know what, but you do owe me something.
That's fair.
So I believe that you probably weren't racing. This was your cat, because this was a lot smoother race than what you would normally run.
Oh, I just got lucky on pit strategy, and I had an extra set of tires sitting at the pits on that last caution, so I went and took them. I had a solid, 7th place car had I not taken tires.
Yeah, tires looked like they were a pretty big deal. It didn't look like much of an offset at all. Somebody may have, 5, 6, 7 laps was all they needed, and they were way faster.
Yeah, definitely. And then, Oliver gave me a heck of a run for my money there at the end. We were side by side for solid 7 laps or something.
Yeah, it was
How
fun
many
to watch.
laps? How many laps in that final run until you looked in your mirror and went, "Oh, there's a 45 car"?
I was about lap 123. And then I watched him get to Oliver a little bit on turn 3 on the last lap, and I almost messed that corner up, and he almost got 2nd place.
Yeah, you're going to need to see how close he was to almost getting second place. It was close.
Rivaling my finish here last year. Don't steal my thunder.
Yeah, it was. You ran a 909. He was back 936, so you were within 37 thousandths.
Yep, real close.
Yeah, very close. And speaking of, he is here. Rafter, what'd you think about that finish? That one got kind of crazy there at the end.
It was really fun, very exciting at the end, and really close racing and really good racing right those last few laps.
That was, and everybody's got the elephant in the room. The 3 wide, it appeared that it just looked like it's Charlotte. There's just not enough room going in there, is kind of my opinion of that. But it looked like you were kind of trying to keep off that lap car and just kind of got into Johnny. What'd you see of that?
Yeah, I mean, I knew Johnny had faster tires or fresher tires. I knew he was going to be faster, so I just held the low line. Obviously wasn't just going to let him drive by me, and I figured he'd get around me eventually with the fast tires. But I dipped down for the lap car, and unfortunately we got to 3 wide situation. I'm sorry that he didn't finish the race.
And to address the other incident, you and Oliver turned on the final lap. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, so just real hard racing there. I mean, I may have come into the corner higher than I should have. I don't know if Oliver turned down a little early. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the replay, but it was really close, and I'd like to think it was just hard racing.
There was a lot of hard racing everywhere, and I think the reputation speaks for itself. I mean, you got a very big log of laps and races with No Toad Racing League, and none of those chapters of that book says, Corey's going to go out here and wreck you to get the spot. So, I think give everybody a couple minutes to cool down. Everybody's going to realize it was just racing. There's no sort of evil intent behind anything. The end of it being you come home third. All in all, not a bad night.
Yep, for the way I run these races, third is like a win for me. So it was great, and in the end of it, if I was at fault and made a mistake, I'll definitely own up to it, no problem. But it was a good race from what I could see.
Yep, absolutely. It was entertaining. I'm especially about those last 30 laps. Boy, that the business picked up, and it definitely made for good watching.
All right, well, I can't wait to watch the broadcast, and thanks for doing it up there.
All right.
Also, I think we're ignoring the fact, man, great recovery after that accident.
Yeah, thanks. I got a little lucky. Got the inside instead of the outside and didn't get crashed up, so I was a little lucky.
All right, well, we're going to put a bow tie on this one. We got our top 3 there. Oliver Tran was 4th. John Barton finished 5th. John the Nodge Crutchley in 6th. Robert Hottenbach was in 7th. Nick Biddy in 8th. Joe David 9th. Michael Corriveau rounds out your top 10. Jason Benson, Dustin Barton, James Lawson, Kevin Hansen, Nicholas Vignon. That was absolutely 1,000% on purpose, just to mess with you, Nicholas. I will actually talk to you and we'll get this straight. Johnny Brugg comes home 16th. Kenny Sutherland and David M. Johnson roll out the finishing order. Kyle, we had another broadcast that we keep this up, and they're going to end up sticking us together with some duct tape or something. So wherever we go, we're going to be together.
Oh man, I wasn't actually meant to be here for this weekend or last weekend. Or not weekend, but Monday. It just ends up being free, and love doing these broadcasts. And yeah, just got an awesome little championship battle here going between the 002 of Oliver Turin. We've got Roy Hyde. I think he would end up being in second place in points. And then we've got Dustin Barton. Had a rough day today, but it would be interesting to see how he bounces back next week.
Absolutely. So everybody at home, we'll run some credits for you here real quick, and then we'll catch you guys next week.
See y'all at Michigan.